Then from this corner, draw an arc from here to here, but we will draw it from this line. Now from this point here, point of intersection, draw an arc. Also from this point of intersection here, we'll draw an arc, but we will draw it from this line. Okay, there. Okay, now we have been given the distance of 28 from our center point here, coming downward. Now we measure the distance of 28, which is 2.8, 2.8, coming to this side. Okay, now from here we need to draw a line which is parallel to these lines. Okay, now we need to connect this our lines here. Now from this point here down here, we need to measure the distance of 5 millimeters and 5 millimeters. Now from here we measure the distance of 5 millimeters, 5 millimeters, which will give us the total of 10 millimeters. So 0.5 centimeter, 0.5 centimeter. Then we connect this point here, this one, and this point here, just by a ruler. Then this point here and this point. Okay, then we bold our line here. And here. And this one. Okay, now from there we are done at that side. Okay, now we are coming to draw this part here, but we have been given the distance from this point here to this end point, which is 54 millimeters. Now we measure the distance 54 millimeters from this box, because at the end here we will need to draw the box in order to draw this arc. Now we measure the distance of 54 from the box which we draw this ellipse to this, the point of the box which we will draw this ellipse. Okay, so we measure the distance of 5.4, okay. So at this point we need okay, so at this point here we need to draw a vertical line which is parallel to all vertical lines. Now I can take it from here okay. Then from this point here I need to draw a line which is parallel to these lines here. Oh my god. Okay, now we can continue drawing these lines. Okay, now in order to get the distances of these lines, we have been given the distance from this line to this line, it's 10 millimeters, but we have been given this distance of 54. We need to divide it so as we can get the center, which 54, it is 27. Now I will measure the distance of 27 from this point to so as I get the center. .7 here. Then from that point, now I measure the distance of 5 millimeter and 5 millimeter, which will give me the total of 10 millimeter from there to there. Okay, now from that point I can come back here down okay. I can come back to this point here, so as I can draw this shape here. Also the same procedures, I have been given the distance of this point to from here to here, which is 76. Okay, 72 I mean. So 72 the center point will be 36. Now I need to measure the center point. From my corner point here I will draw a line which is parallel to these lines. Okay, then I will measure the distance of 32 so as I get the center point. 1 2 3 3.6 36 I mean, they are half of 72. Then I measure the distance of 0.5, which will give me the distance of 1 centimeter. 0.5 and 0.5. So these points will come to join with my points up here. Okay, Now I need to draw the arc. So I will join my points first of all with hidden lines. Okay, then I will measure now the distance of the distance of the distance of 30, because once you see the distance from here to here, from the distance from here to the center point, it is 36, but the distance from here to here, it is 5 millimeters. So 36, I will get the distance of here to here, it's 31. So from this box I will measure the distance of 31 coming this side, which will give me the point of drawing my box. Okay, so I'll measure the distance of 31. Okay, so from this point I will draw a vertical line. Okay, then I will use the same dimensions I used to draw this big arc, which is 28. Then from this point also I will draw a line which is parallel to these lines. Okay, then I need to measure the distance of 28 two times. .8, then 2.8, 2.8, okay, then also from this side then also from this side 2.8, 2.8, 2.8, then 2.8. Okay, now from my points here I draw vertical lines. Okay, then from my 2 points, I mean this point and this point, yeah, I draw the line which is parallel to these points. Okay, now this one, it will be my center point, but the box, it will be this, from this point to this point to this point to this point. Now from this point here, I will draw a line to this a half. Okay, then from the same point I will draw a line to this a half. From this point I will draw a line to this a half. Then from the same point I will draw a line to this a half here. Okay, now then from this point here I need to draw a line, this line here, where my semicircle, my arc, will come to connect, but the line should be parallel to these lines. Okay, now I can begin drawing my arc. Now from this corner point here, I need to draw an arc from this point to this point here, but remember my arc will come to join to this line, so I'll just draw from this point to this line. Then from this point of intersection I need to draw an arc from this point to this point, but it just connects to this line. Here, then I bold my line. Okay, thereafter I need also to draw another arc here. So this arc, I need also to draw a box, so I will measure the distance of 7.2 from the first box here, which is this one, 7.2 coming this side. Also from this point I do the same procedures I done here, so I will drop a line which is vertical to all vertical lines. Okay, then I draw a line here which is parallel to all these lines. Okay, then I measure the distance of, so I will use the same dimensions of this big arc, which is 28. So I'll measure the distance of 28, then 28, 28, but here I've already measured it 28, 28, so I may shift my points this side. So here is 28. And then here is 28. Also at this point, I have my 28, then 28. Okay, then I need to draw my vertical lines. Okay, now my box, it is from this corner to this corner to this corner to this corner. Now from this corner I draw a line to this half, then from this half I draw a line to this corner, then from this corner I draw a line to this half, then from this corner also I draw a line to this half. Okay, so remember, my arc needs just to connect to this point and this line, so it will connect to this point also, then up to this line. So by using my protector, my compass, okay, so I will do an arc, then from this point of intersection need to draw an arc from there to this line. Okay, there I'm done. So I can bold my line here. Okay, now from there somehow I am done. Now coming to this side, to this point here, I need to draw a line which is parallel to these lines. Now from that corner point, draw a line. Okay, okay, then Then after, now I can draw my, I can come back to draw my point here up. So I have been given the distance from here to here, which is 54 I mean. So 54, when we divide by 2, we get the distance of 27. Now 27, I've been given the distance of here to here, which is 5 millimeters. So once I take 27 minus 5, I will get 22. So the distance from here to here, it is 22. Now I can, from the box I draw, this outside ellipse, I measure the distance of 22 in order to draw the box of drawing this arc. Now from here, I measure the distance of 22, 2.2, which is that side. Okay. Now from that point, I draw a line, vertical line. Then I draw a line which is parallel to these lines. Okay. Now I will use the dimension of the outside ellipse, which is 18 millimeters. So I will measure 18 millimeter, the same side. So once, but I have already measured here, so I need just to shift my point. So there. There. And also at this side up, I shift my points. There. So I draw vertical lines. Okay. Then I draw the lines which are parallel to these lines. Okay, now this is a box of drawing the arc from this point to this point to this point to the point here. So from this corner point, I will draw a line to this point. Also from the corner point, I will draw a line to this a half. Then from this corner point here, I will draw a line to this a half. From the same corner point, I draw a line to this half. Okay, now I'm going to draw my arc here. Okay, so from the point of intersection here, but first of all I need to draw a line from this arc which is parallel to these lines. Okay, so I'm drawing my arc here. Then from this corner point I need to draw an arc from here to this point, but just my arc will end up to this line here. Then after I just bold my line there. Okay, now I'm very sorry, my paper it's just getting to an end, so I may add